Hey everybody, SOS here. Coming to you today from inside the pantry. This is where I store a lot of the stuff, a lot of the food that we use day to day, throughout the week. A lot of canned goods, different things over here, paper goods. I have some freeze-dried food back over here, MREs, water storage down over here. But I need to do something different because this was just kind of put together when we moved in, and it really didn't have a plan at first. It's kind of before I even got into prepping really hardcore, I guess you could say. Wasn't really thinking, long term, more than, a couple months. So it just doesn't give me enough space to store everything I need to store. I have cases of freeze-dried food from the LDS cannery that I've got down in the garage and in the bedroom downstairs, and I really need to consolidate and try to get everything a little bit better organized. And part of that means I need to rearrange this room. I need to do something different. So I'm going to be doing some moving of some stuff, moving some stuff out, changing the location of these racks, and hopefully making it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit easier to store a little bit more long-term freeze-dried stuff down and over here, and keep the more day-to-day stuff on this one side, and hopefully get a little bit more organized so that I can easily look and see what exactly I have in here and what I need still, and go from there. It's something I got to do. It's been bugging me for a while, and I figured, being as I didn't get to go to PrepperStock this weekend, I might as well do something prepping related. So, not that they're probably doing much prepper related stuff there at Parker Canyon Lake. They're probably doing a lot of fishing and eating and drinking, so yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this going, and we'll see where we go. Alright, so one of the things I noticed is why this is a good exercise for me right now, because right here is a good example. In the back of one of the shelves, back behind everything else, not in any organized manner, just back behind stuff, because it was like wherever it would fit at the time, I guess. 2 bags of flour, 1 wheat and 1 white, and both of them had a best if used by date of, well, this one has to be February of 11, so just over a year ago, and this one of October of last year. Are they still good? Possibly. But the fact is, the packaging's not the best in the world. In fact, these bags, they put little holes in them. I don't know for what purpose, but those are there on purpose. So I'm not going to trust it. The chances are, in this kind of packaging, where there's no oxygen barrier, it's not like it's in a number 10 can, I'm going to go ahead and say that these are probably not good. Probably open them up, I might find bugs inside or something, but not real fresh. This is one reason why I need to get my hands on a food saver, some way of sealing up Mylar bags, which I don't have. It's just one of those things that gets put back on the list. Got to wait till money's available for it, and just not there yet. But that's why you need to store your food in a way, either in buckets with Mylar bags, or if you can get number 10 cans to seal it in. You can buy the cans from the LDS cannery. You can also borrow the canning machine, the machine that actually seals the cans, the can sealer. That would be a lot better than just storing them in bags like this, where they sit for a couple years and go past their expiration date, and they're probably not fresh because these bags don't keep air out, or bugs out. So anyway, just a little thought to think about. Why you should probably check your pantries, your food storage, make sure you're storing things properly so they'll last the longest and you get the best use out of them. So anyway, just a thought. So we'll keep going at it and get this thing cleaned out. Alright, we got everything moved out finally. That took a little while to get it all out, except for the water. I have water over in the corner. That's where it's actually going to remain. And I need to get some more actually, but I got a bunch of water down in the garage as well. Really? Yeah, that's part of the food storage right there. Can you say catnitis? Oh yeah. So anyway, need to run out right now. Actually, gonna head on down to Lowe's, just around the corner. I need to pick up some more of the. It's like a fiber board. It's made up of recycled fibers and everything, and just to provide a little bit of smoothness on the shelf, because if you're familiar with obviously wire racks, because of the wire on the rack, when you're stacking canned goods and stuff, they have a tendency to want to tip over, especially the smaller cans, not the big cans obviously, which is what I had stacked there before with the large number 10 cans, but the smaller cans will tip over. I'm going to go ahead and cover all the shelves, just get it over with, cover them all. It's real thin, it's like, about a 16th, between a 16th and an 1/8 inch thick. It's real thin, so it just lays down on top of the shelves, on top of the wire, and then it provides a nice smooth base to put cans, so nothing tips over, everything stays where it wants to be, and that's, in my opinion, the better way to go. These wire racks are real cheap. I picked them up on sale at Walmart one time, so I didn't have to put a lot of money into it versus building shelves, being as this only came with one shelf in the entire, let's see if I can raise that up there, one shelf in the pantry, and that was just above. There was a coat rack hanging there as well at one time, but anyway, that shelf's just there, and probably the stuff that's on there is probably going to stay there. I might do some reorganization, definitely pull the rice down. I don't need to have that up there, but the soy milk will stay, and other sundries and stuff will stay up there as well. That's going to go out of here, move that to a different location in the house, and anyway, at least I think I will. And anyway, I'm going to get down to Lowe's, pick up that fiberboard so I can get that cut up and get it going. Alright, so I've got everything moved out, repositioned the shelving, so all these same racks are on this side. I actually had some of the fiberboard down in the garage, so I went ahead and used that to cut it up. It only left me 2 pieces short for these racks, but these racks have been holding the number 10 cans and a lot of the Mountain House and dehydrated foods and such. I have some pieces for this. I got to finish cutting those in the garage, but it basically, opened up the pantry quite a bit. You can see I got a lot of room in there, and I think it's going to work out better just at the ease of getting to the items in there. Because that was kind of the problem before, is that the way things got stacked up and kind of built up over time, that suddenly it was just not the best, the most optimal conditions. So I'm going to try to keep things that we use every day over on this side, and then things that are a little more long-term over here, and then a lot of the dehydrated foods, the Mountain House, the LDS cannery, all that stuff. Some of it will probably be in here, but a lot of it's probably going to go down in the, going to build some shelving in a closet in the bedroom downstairs for food storage as well, because I don't want to store it in the garage because the temperature gets too hot in the summertime. Show it again once I get all the stuff back in there, and hopefully it'll have some kind of semblance. I mean, as we see now, everything right now is just kind of all over the place. Bunch of soups and cans is all the, obviously the larger, some of the larger stuff. I got a lot more in the garage. That's daily bread. I don't know if anyone's heard about that, heard of what that is. It's a lot like Mountain House. In fact, this Mountain House I got as part of an order for the daily bread, so they work in conjunction. It's just 2 different names for basically the same thing. So, and then obviously all that stuff out on the kitchen table. Yeah, I've got to get it all back in. So eventually, once I get the work done. So anyway, we'll touch base back with it in a few minutes, and a couple seconds for you. It'll be probably half hour for me. So anyway, we'll get back to you. All right, so got everything back in. It's pretty much, I guess, how it's gonna go. I have a lot of stuff in there. Got a lot more downstairs. Still in the garage. I got to get that other closet done so I can put a lot of long-term food storage there as well. But anyway, let's go on in and take a look, shall we? Okay, so shelf full of, that's all like beans and, you know, chicken, turkey, chilies and beans and stuff. And I don't know if you guys even really care about all this stuff, but anyway, that's more soups, more beans, soups. That I'm waiting on. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary on that. Poblano corn chowder, canned last year in April. Looking forward to that. Usually try to pick up things that are on sale when I go out, go shopping and stuff. Obviously most people do, I would imagine. But usually try to stock up on things that we actually like and we eat. Like this roasted chicken with white wild rice. Really good stuff. Like that stuff, so I stocked up on quite a bit of that. You know, vegetables, peas, corn, peaches. I love peaches. Wife's not a big fan, but I love them. So, tomato sauces and paste and diced tomatoes and so forth, and rounds out pretty much that one. First shelf, just condiments and stuff, snack type foods, lunches and things. Don't eat a lot. I love my peanut butter, but you know, don't eat as much as used to for sure. But I like to keep it on hand. And other assorted condiments and flavorings and things like that. You know, honey's good to have. I need to get some more chicken broth, running low. I like to keep a good stock of, you know, olive oils, and need to get some more canola oil and so forth. Running low on pasta as well. Need to get some more spaghetti. But that's coming up on the order from the bulk order I do for the LDS cannery each month. And spaghetti's coming up, I think, this next month here. So I'll get a bunch of number 10 cans of that. Stuff that you like to eat when, you know, comfort type foods, you know, popcorns and cornbread mix back there, some Triscuits, wheat thins, different salsas and stuff, sun-dried tomatoes, green chilies, you know, that kind of thing. Spare spices, I run low on some. Need to stock up next time I go to Costco. Salt, you can never have too much salt. It's good to store. Onion flavoring, you know, dips or whatever. Baking stuff, good to have on hand. I go through a lot of that stuff. And it's just good if, you know, things go south. You want to have sugars and things to sweeten up your foods. Just other items, bunch of soups. Soy milk, shelf stable, you can keep it for quite a while. Use it in smoothies and shakes, things like that. A whole bunch of candles and stuff up over there. MREs, more MREs back there. Some oatmeal, hash browns, that kind of stuff. When we get down into the meats, you gotta have your meats. Then I got the Yoder sample pack, or pack of meats. It's pork chunks and chicken chunks and beef chunks. You know, Spam. There's a variety pack can back there. I'm going to give that away in a contest coming up, I think. Yeah, lots of tuna. There's chicken breast meat back there as well. And then it's just a bunch of assorted cans of, you know, long-term storage for the LES cannery. More of the Mountain House back there. 6 cans of the chicken. It's actually chicken a la king. 6 cans of the beef stew. It's all freeze-dried. Half-month storage here for a family of 4. The bottom one is milk. And then starting with the hard red wheats, white wheat coming up, more red wheat, some white beans, obviously, black beans and all that. And this is freeze-dried, also from, it's the Mountain House Daily Bread as well. 2 cans of beef diced, 2 cans of beef ground, 2 chicken diced. And then some water storage. It's not enough. I need to get some more. That's one thing I'm lacking, is storage, water storage. Thinking about getting a couple of those big blue barrels, you know, the 50-gallon barrels they have for water storage, and getting those set up in the garage. Not sure if this is the most exciting video in the world, but just kind of showing you what I was doing for the day. So anyway, y'all have a good rest of the weekend. SOS out.